Okay, welcome back, guys. It's been almost, I think it's been 2.5 weeks since I posted part 75. So quite a lot to update you on. I just came back from holidays, so I haven't, well, truth be told, I haven't traded at all. I think I did 3 trades and I fucked up some things. So I dropped a bit of money down to 50K. From 60, and now we're back to 55. So I just returned yesterday and I only spent the last 2 hours rebalancing the books and just checking on what we have going on. So I'll be back for the next few days, so hopefully we can get the content going again. But yeah, I took a bit of a break, probably at a bad time, because the market did move very, very nicely, especially ETH. So I took my break here, right? And kind of missed out on this whole move up, right? So pretty bad timing, but that's the way it is. So now, in terms of a trading challenge account, we started on $10,000 about 2-3 months ago. We are now at 55,000. So let's go into P&L and analyze it. And I like to start with this because I think I'm the only YouTuber who actually shows the P&L transparently. Okay, so this is the last 90 days, right? We can see our equity trend, our cumulative P&L trend, and the daily P&Ls. So we had a few nasty down days whilst I was away. Which is, yeah, I think in hindsight, next time I go away on holidays, I should just close out all of my positions and go flat. I kind of was trying to be greedy. But, you know, that being said, I didn't really lose much money. But yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare to manage. So we can have a look at order and trade history. So I entered some trades today. So today is the 3rd. So yeah, I entered a bunch of shorts, bunch of longs. So it's the 3rd. And then let's have a look. Yeah, and then the trade before that was on the 27th. And then before that was on the 22nd. So you can see that I really don't touch this account very often. Yet we still have a pretty good... Can you do 120 days? Yeah, you know, that's even better, 38,000. Right, so we're going to continue with this. At the moment, right, to give you a quick breakdown of the account, we have a net beta long exposure on the account. So we have 52 positions. We're mostly, yeah, we have long exposure. There's no other way of putting it. It's about, I don't know, 30-40K of long exposure. We have a mix of longs and shorts, as you guys know the way I trade. I think the reason why I'm leaning a little bit more bullish at the moment is because we had obviously a pretty nasty move down, I would say. Nasty in the sense of a lot of longs were just martingaling in and liquidated. So the market took a pretty nice correction. So I think at these levels, when ETH is at 3,500, you know, key psychological level, it makes more sense to be positioned for a bounce than shorting these levels. Just personally speaking, you know, we are still in an uptrend. If you use my indicator, right, anyone can use these indicators if you're trading on one of the exchanges in the description below the video. But you can see we're clearly in an uptrend, so you should be buying green and blue boxes. And if an asset looks shit, right, like Melania, for example, you see orange and red, you want to be selling, shorting, because this asset is in a downtrend, right? So it's pretty self-explanatory, right? ETH, clearly in an uptrend. So I'm accumulating ETH personally. The biggest position I have is ENA or ENA. So we've got $28,000 of ENA, right? So it's the biggest position and it's driving most of our returns today. Okay. And then after that, I don't really have much conviction. We've got a bit of BTC, a bit of Magic, but yeah, really it's ENA which is driving our returns. Now the market itself is pretty weak. I don't really have much to say, right? I don't like to predict, and you know, I'm pretty shit, to be honest, at predicting the market moves. It's, yeah, I have no edge in predicting the market moves. Like if we're on BTC and we're assuming that, you know, we want to be accumulating and buying dips, you want to be buying the blue boxes, really. This is where price is right now. This is the previous month's lows. When we run them, these are good levels to be buying, right? Same as with gold. And for those of you watching my channel, you know I've been preaching buying gold, right? I've been buying every single dip on gold, right, in these blue boxes. And again, it looks like we've, you know, we just need to break out of this, right? I'm not a TradFi guy at all, and I don't really have much of a view. I think a few of my friends who are very smart, and they basically said that, yeah, gold, basically people are trying to front run interest rates by using gold as the beta essentially, or the proxy. So if people think interest rates are going to be dropped in the next X months, they'll just be buying gold in anticipation of that. So it's, and then when they actually do drop, then gold underperforms. But yeah, even without that, like just technically, it looks epic at this level. You know, same as kind of like shit like Nvidia. Just like personally, I'm just buying dips on this and just chilling. That's kind of the big plan, the big strategy. I think in terms of coins, in terms of altcoins, it's really like just a garbage fest at the moment. I think a few things stand out to me as being mildly interesting, right? We got Hyperliquid, right? It has some fundamentals. So I would say buying Hype at these levels is a pretty good idea, right? So Hype is one of them. I think Pengu as well, potentially. It just showed so much strength in the rally up. And it's just ETH beta. So if ETH starts to perform again, I think this will run harder. Fartcoin, look, it has been performing really badly in the last week. But again, it's at this price point of like around the $1 level, which historically, right, prices have held this level pretty well. So I think if you're buying Fartcoin, you're going for a mean reversion trade, that actually it's just a good price point to be buying. Hype, you're kind of hoping the momentum will continue to the upside. Same as with ENA, you're hoping that the momentum will continue to the upside. I need to update this list because Aave, I want to remove, CRV. TRX, I mean, yeah, it just looks so strong, doesn't it? I think next time TRX hits the previous week's low, I'm going to be buying it. Yeah, so let's just set an alert. Probably need to refresh. Let's refresh the browser. Yeah, if price is crossing the, I think it's the daily downtrend. No, daily uptrend. And we get the alert. Yeah, I changed it, but it's going to be the daily uptrend line, I believe. I'm going to change that to week and month. I just played around with the settings. Yeah, let's try. I'm going to change it just in case. Daily uptrend. There we go. Just seeing if that makes sense. Yeah, I changed it a bit. Okay, yeah, so what else is of interest? Let's have a look. I did look at Magic because we had a ton of volume come in, but I don't actually think there's much to do with it. There's also, I think Saros looked decent. Yeah, Saros, I mean, clearly this is a momentum trade if it works. I don't know anything about the fundamentals, but yeah, something I'm looking at. IOTX, same shit, right? This is a pretty nice, you can see we've got the alert here. Pretty nice hammer candle that you can use as invalidation for long. And like, I don't know how often that this shit will work, but if it does work, it will like be a really good multiplier from here. Otherwise, you can set the invalidation to this candle right here. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't want to be spending time going over each individual altcoin. I just thought it would be nice to give you an update on their account, the performance, the equity. As always, you know, I hope some of you guys can learn a little bit from this because the content out there is fucking trash. Everyone's just scamming, grifting, and not posting any real trades. So no one's actually learning. And if for those of you who are interested in being a bit more serious, if you do want to join the Telegram group, which is private, like it's invite only for those of you who are trading actively on my referral links. Same thing here. You get the access to the indicators that I use, etc. You just have to make an account on one of the exchanges, trade on there. It doesn't cost you anything. It makes me some commission, very small, but some. And then it makes it worthwhile for me to spend even more time making videos and spending time chatting to you all in the Telegram group. So I think that's it for today. Hopefully you guys are all safe and okay, especially on this move down. I thought ETH BTC would be more resilient. Okay, so I did get burned on my directional account because I think my average price was like somewhere around here on ETH BTC. So I added a bit more. So I think now this is my average, but it's a bit, yeah, I hope, and I think it will be fine, but I don't think the institutional ETH flows have finished. So I would like to see ETH continue going high from here. And this is actually a pretty good level, in my opinion, to reclaim. We had equal lows, lots of liquidity, lots of panic in this area, right? A lot of panic. So if we reclaim it, that would be good. That would be the ideal setup. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, we need to reassess. ENA, clearly the market leader right now. TON as well. It's looking very strong. Yeah, TON is looking very strong. Although I'm not a huge fan of these wicks, it looks like someone is just selling into this, right? We keep failing to break above this level, 3.687. And yeah, it looks like someone's just stalling prices here. And now we're building this sort of, I don't know, triangle wedge. And it looks bullish, but I don't love it because we just have tons of stops here and here and here. And price is just failing to consistently make higher highs and stay there. So it's okay, but something to watch. Anyway, I'm going to pause and end the video here. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you're all good, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.